A standard volume control circuit looks like this. The pickup connects to an audio taper potentiometer, which is then connected to an output jack. Since the Woody pickup has no volume control, we can simply add an input jack to the circuit and directly connect the Woody to it. You probably saw in the opening segment that I've come up with two ways to house the circuit. One to adjust with your hand and one to adjust with your foot. Which one you use is up to you. I'll show you how I built each of these configurations. Here are the dimensions for the seated configuration case parts. Here's the electrical components we're going to use, and they're the same in each version. The four sides are glued together and clamped. The top and bottom of the case are covered with household aluminum foil to provide circuit shielding. The top and bottom foil will contact the foil on the case to make a fully shielded enclosure. The foil will be grounded by the installed jack bodies. We've installed a potentiometer on the case top. Now note, when wiring, the ground lugs on the jacks are connected together and then they're attached to the left lug on the potentiometer with the green wire. The black wire is the input from the guitar and the red wire is the output. In order to complete the case construction, you'll have to drill 4 small pilot holes through the case top into the case sides and secure the top with 4 small screws. Here's the position of the input and output jacks. And you can see the rotary volume adjustment arm, which has been press fitted to the potentiometer shaft. Let's see how you put that arm together. In addition to the arm and the dowel element, we're going to use a small washer which will allow the dowel element to move freely once it's screwed to the arm. We're going to use a machine screw inserted into the arm bottom through the washer and into the hole in the dowel element. You'll screw it in tight enough to hold the dowel element onto the arm, but loose enough to allow the element to rotate freely. When assembled, the arm will look like this. You'll then press it onto the potentiometer shaft. And here's what the completed unit looks like. Here are the parts for the standing or microphone stand configuration. In addition, you'll need a sacrificial piece of hardboard 1 inch by 2 inch to act as a spacer. Clamp the two 1 inch by 2 inch pieces of wood together with the spacer in between and drill a 5/8 inch hole right down the center. When you're done, you can discard the remains of the spacer. You've just made an elliptical hole that will let you mount the unit to a standard 5/8 inch microphone stand pole and grip it tightly. Glue the hardboard sides to the MDF sides. Line the case inside as well as the top and bottom covers using household aluminum foil the same way you did for the seated configuration. Mount the potentiometer onto the top cover and the 2/4 inch phono jacks on the bottom cover. Wire the components together like this. Glue on one of the 1 by 2 pieces to the case. Get 2 8/32 inch by 1.5 inch machine screws and cut their heads off. Then screw them into the holes on the 1 by 2 inch piece. Enlarge the 2 holes in the remaining 1 by 2 inch piece with a 3/32 inch drill bit. Mount that piece onto the protruding screws and secure with 2 8/32 wing nuts. Screw the top cover onto the case and mount a control knob to the potentiometer. Glue the bottom cover to the case. Here's how the completed unit looks mounted to a microphone stand.